We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
New EPA regulations, mifepristone stays on the market, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lupkin, and here's the news you need to know. President Biden's Environmental Protection Agency is slated to announce measures requiring gas-fired power plants to capture carbon from their smokestacks, sources within the administration announced Saturday. If implemented, the EPA's new regulations would be the first time that the federal government has placed restrictions on carbon dioxide levels being emitted from power plants. Currently, less than 20 of the United States' 3,400 coal and gas-burning plants use carbon capture technology, but the Biden administration is reportedly hoping that these new guidelines will be able to decarbonize the energy sector within the next 12 years. These new regulations will replace previous energy plans from both former presidents Donald Trump and Barack Obama. A senior marketing executive at Bud Light is taking a leave of absence after backlash following the brand's partnership with a transgender influencer. Alyssa Heinerscheid, Bud Light's vice president of marketing, is being replaced by Todd Allen, who was most recently Budweiser's global vice president. While not directly confirmed by Bud Light's parent company, Anheuser-Busch, the organization has said it would move to streamline its marketing efforts. The exit comes after Bud Light's partnership with Dylan Mulvaney, a transgender social media influencer, garnered backlash and calls for boycotts after the campaign mocked the brand's core demographic. While Anheuser-Busch's U.S. stock has fallen 1.8% since Mulvaney's ad campaign, it is still up 9.1% for the year. The Supreme Court on Friday upheld nationwide access to the abortion pill mifepristone, at least temporarily. The justices placed a hold on a lower court ruling from Texas-based U.S. District Judge Matthew Kacsmaryk that would have stripped mifepristone approval by the Food and Drug Administration, even though the drug has been on the market for more than 20 years. A legal battle ensued, and the case is expected to be heard before the Supreme Court. The justices did not provide a reasoning for the hold, but it is thought that it was ordered to give them more time to prepare the facts of the case. Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito were the only dissents. Aid workers and other Americans remained trapped in Sudan on Sunday after U.S. SEAL Team 6 and other special forces evacuated diplomats from the U.S. Embassy by helicopter. Fighting between two rival Sudanese factions, army soldiers led by the country's de facto leader and paramilitaries under his former deputy, continued for a second week. Senate Intelligence Committee Chair Mark Warner said most of the thousands of Americans remaining in the resource-rich Northeast African nation are aid workers or Sudanese Americans. Warner urged them to shelter in place until the U.S. and its international partners find a safe way to get them out. Just like in Afghanistan, the Biden administration has left civilians behind with no diplomatic staff to aid them. Delaware became the 22nd state to legalize marijuana after Governor John Carney let a bill clearing the path for recreational use of the drug become law without his signature. Carney announced Friday he would not veto two bills legalizing pot use for people ages 21 and older, although he said he still opposed the change because he thought it was not a step forward. He said he decided not to veto the bills because we've spent far too much time focused on this issue when Delawareans face more serious and pressing concerns every day. It's time to move on. The state hasn't established legal dispensaries yet, but one of the bills creates regulations and licensing rules for growing and selling marijuana. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com/podcasts, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Audible, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.